Hi, it's Bumbleberry, and welcome back. We're going to do a new playthrough of some different tactics going through. I got the shoe and the tiara because I became queen, and I also got a dress, but I don't know what that means, because, I mean, she was wearing this dress before. I think maybe now it's just more fancy, like it has the different lapels and stuff like that. The stepmom and the stepsisters love me now. When I come home early all the time, oh my gosh, they are such big fans. They're nice to me. They save me extra food. Carmosa said, like, I wish you could be more like Cinders to Gloria. Like, what? It's a totally different universe. So, I don't totally know what's going on. I'm gonna see what Carmosa says now, and we'll see what happens now. Also, I haven't done anything with the fairies because I wanted to go home or, on time / early. And I got her some extra money, so she was happy. Oh. And apparently the fairies come to me anyway. Why, hello, young lady. Oh, she's mad. She says you forgot everything that happened. You forgot your mother's sacrifice. That's awkward. Sorry. I still don't understand what the sacrifice is. I wish they had told me. I mean, I know that our mom died, but it is never equal. So why would I get aid from you? Do you know what I mean? Like, no thank you. So I'm going to stick with Mama Geed this time. And for Mama Geed, you have to be, I'm going to make my own path and like agree with everything she says, basically. Which is fine because thankfully she doesn't want to reap a price from me, Miss Magical Fanciness. I make my own fate. I don't need your help. My decisions belong to me alone. Oh my gosh. You are small, but your illusions are great. What choice do you speak of? What fate would you like to forge on your own? The limbs are already shackled, but you listen to your own voice too much to be able to hear them clatter. Ooh. You are an artifice, but not of your own making. Maybe there will be some things I can't change, but it only makes the decisions I can all the more precious. Are you trying to tell me that it's all set in stone, that I was played like a pawn on a chessboard? You were born, were you not? Your words are stubborn, like your mother's before she understood. Your choices carry weight like the one you are making now, but they will not be heavy enough. Such things fly like feathers when fate blows. You do not want to see, but you need our aid. That is why we have come. This is my choice. I'm going to do my own things. Harumph. Rude face. You will remember about us this time. What does that mean? You'll remember, or you will receive tenfold the weight your fate has in store for you? And you will regret being so forgetful? What is your problem? I don't understand. All I said was, you know what? I don't want you to eat my soul. You're supposed to be nicer to me now. Oh my gosh, she actually wants us to come to the ball. I know you'd like to join us and present yourself at the ball. And frankly, I don't see why you shouldn't be coming with us. But you know, Mother, and it won't happen. I know. You shouldn't feel guilty. It will be your chance. Make the best of it. Come on, we need to go. Now. Yes, I'm coming. Cinders, we'll be gone for the rest of the day. The house will be left under your supervision. Do you think you can manage that? Don't be so dense. Of course she can manage. There are more well-oiled cogs in that pretty head of yours than mine combined. Oh, then in yours. Or maybe just yours. Now let's move. I can manage things for the day, Gloria. Don't worry. All right, we're going then. Bye. Toodles. Toodles, really, in this time period? Whatever. And then everybody's gone. I've only waited, heaven knows what for. Complaining and whining doesn't get me any farther. So I'm going to show them what I can do. And It's like I have two fairy godmothers. Obviously, I'm going to choose Madame Guide. I have a feeling she will be less likely to try to eat my soul. Yep, price tag. Yep, Guide is more straightforward. She's like, I'm going to help you because your mom was nice to me. Yeah, I'll check out the will. By the way, I did not go for Perrault or the captain in this playthrough. Perrault actually asked me out, and what I found out from him was that the grandmother, or Madame Guide, no, who am I talking about? Okay, stepmother, she has been hurting for money, so she's been using him to sell the necklace and stuff, which is kind of obvious, to be honest with you. I'm not sure why we needed to talk to him to figure that out. Okay, so remember last time when I was like, how does it change if you're friendly with them? So apparently this is one of the things that changes. She's like, oh, what would you like to chat about? And he's still very not interested. Relaxing is in such a setting is really not my strongest suit, I'm afraid, as well as casual and friendly conversation. I kind of noticed. Please tell me, what are your strong suits then? I really couldn't tell you. I suppose it's a bad sign when I don't know what my best qualities are, isn't it? I think nobody knows themselves 100%. On the other hand, I suppose it is a bit unusual not to know a thing. I'm not sure. That's rather strange as well, isn't it? I think I would like to find out how I feel about many things. I'm not even sure what I want for myself, nor do I know how I feel about the goal I was dragged here to achieve. You might not expect this sentiment from a future monarch, but I must say I do understand how you feel. Would you excuse me then, Your Highness? You're very kind, but we both know I'm not the one you're looking for. I'd like to go and find a couple of things out before anything else. Maybe we'll meet again in better circumstances one day. That is so unlike Gloria. What? Good luck. I hope that you will succeed in finding yourself. That was awesome. I loved that little variant. Okay, so let's see how Sophia does, if she changes anything at all. Dun, dun, dun. Also, so Madame Guide went to help us, and she's like, I'm so impressed with how you have, done yourself up. The correct response here would be to say, thank you, Your Highness, and maybe blush a little bit, yes. Well, I'm not too good at blushing on demand. Don't get me wrong, my prince, you seem much nicer than I expected, but I didn't come here because I wanted to have a chat with you. I'm here because my mother has serious control issues and wants me to play a role she scripted for me, probably before I was even born. Not a very entertaining role, mind you. And as for my sister, well, alright, that actually is the pleasant part. I just wanted to show her that I can do it better without even trying. Prince Basile is like, why are all these young women approaching me and none of them want to marry me? And I couldn't care less about ruling. Grown-ups sitting in ridiculous chairs wearing funny hats made of metal. Frankly, it all seems a little silly to me. Well, you've made your point quite clear. So what now? Now, well, if you were a normal man, I would gladly invite you to our residence, show you how our lovely family operates, get to know you better. But alas, you're not. Therefore, it is the perfect time to go back home and get this cursed thing off my waist. Whoever invented these must have been really innovative. Good night. Have a nice ball and everything. I'm out of here. I feel like she just dropped the mic. Prince Basile is like, what is going on? Heavens, this ball is turning into a madhouse rather rapidly. Too bad, though. This one I started to like. Deal with it, Prince Basile. I'm all ready. Time to make my grand entrance. And then, since you probably didn't see it last time I did it, because I most likely will not get my old footage back, she gives me a new dress, Madame Guide, and actually it's one that she had, like, in her house. So I'm wearing Madame Guide's dress, which I think is very nice of her. Look how beautiful and purple I am. And see how it has the same kind of patterning of the dress that I wear in the beginning now? You judge me very quickly, Prince. I could be many things, none of which I appear at this moment. During the last few days, I've learned that people are as complex as their motivations and agendas, and more importantly, we are all products of circumstances and surroundings. It would be easier to simply summarize others at a first glance, have their actions justified with a simple because, but it would be false, as we can never really grasp what is inside of them. I must admit I find this dictum terrifying, that all of us are merely actors on some stage set out for us. Be it others or fate, being determined by things we can't control is frightening. I know it all too well. You speak of your family? I am. It isn't a light story, Your Highness. Definitely not a light topic for polite conversation. I would like to hear about it, nevertheless. I am not asking for too much, anyway. Or if I am not asking for too much. I can't read, I'm sorry. Please tell me about your family, my lady. How could I refuse you, my prince? Well, my mother died in labor, bringing me into this world. My father eventually remarried a woman who already had 2 daughters. He died soon after that, so now I live with her. And so he hasn't heard of this. We've seen all this before. And look at us dancing. What's so fancy? Dun dun dun, I make my own fate, and you're kind of pretty. Demons take me. Aren't you a clever little creature, my dear Cinders? Not only did you somehow manage to get here, look at that dress. Yes, I can see it. Thank you, Gloria. You also had a little dance with the prince, who clearly took an interest in you. You spoke with him like you were enjoying yourself. Which means you achieved more than either of my daughters, and did it without my help. I'm impressed. You always underestimated me, Carmosa. You failed to understand that if I put my heart into something, I can succeed at many things. You speak with adolescent bravado. I can never pronounce this word. It's bravado, I think. And yet you did succeed. You did very well. I was clearly mistaken about you. Cinders, you are really amazing. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Thanks. So what are you going to do now? Got any more surprises for the evening? If you do, then please warn us in advance, or someone may have a heart attack. Surprises? What do you expect me to do? I'll just head back home. I got what I wanted, right? Besides, these shoes are killing me. What are they even made of? Blasted things. It's the left one that almost cut my skin. Let's see if I can send them flying over the wall, shall we? There. And stay there. I'll be going now. Take care, ladies. And there she went. Well, I'd say this has been a very entertaining and a very educational experience. What do you think, Gloria? Yes, I think I did learn something about myself. All of us, actually. Would you agree, Mother? A mistake. Looks like someone has been hit with a revelation. She made a mistake. Perrault is looking for me. Unfortunately, not for the reasons that I would love him to be looking for me. But still. Ooh. Let's see. I did it. I did it. Your Highness, this is the girl. Thank you, Perrault. Welcome to the palace, my lady. I trust the captain explained everything to you on your way here? Yes, he did, although it doesn't make it any easier to believe. Needless modesty, my lady. You certainly weren't this bashful making your entrance during the ball. In that dress, and of course that mask, I felt like I was wearing armor. I was impervious to the looks and judgments of other people. Now I'm back to my old self, and rags don't offer the same protection. Suddenly I feel like an ordinary girl standing before a prince. Ordinary is hardly among the traits you possess, which makes you exactly the person I was looking for. So there's nothing more to say but simply pop the question, as ordinary people say. Do you agree, my lady? Oh my! Is it hot in here? No, I have to ask to be sure. Agree to what, my prince? Do you agree to become my wife and the queen of the realm? You do realize that selecting the right candidate was the purpose of the grand ball. Yes, I realize that. It's simply very difficult to believe, but Of course, I agree. How could I refuse? How could I? Okay, have you guys seen the Barbie Princess and the Pauper movie? There's a song called How Could I Refuse? And it's sung by Martin Short, and it's fabulous, and you should watch it. You're making him a very happy man. A word of warning, though, I'm expecting my reign to be a rather turbulent one. Not all will welcome the changes I plan with open arms. We'll be facing upheavals, I'm afraid. Means I will be needing support, counsel, and criticism from a strong and independent queen. I'm afraid I'm not really an expert on political matters. I've read some books, but I feel so silly. Just a few hours ago I felt like I had it all figured out, and now I'm standing here babbling like a lunatic. I hope you know what you're doing, choosing me for the part, my prince. Right now I'm nothing more than an awestruck servant girl. I mean, I don't even know you, your highness, and I really have no idea what I'm getting myself into. True, true, true. Think about it. But for what it's worth, I agree, and I promise to do my best. Ha! Do you worry too much, my lady? Your reaction gives you more credit than you realize. Don't worry, you'll become a great queen. I am certain of it. So, last time I did this, I had played like the goody two-shoes route. It did not go so well. I will show you that ending, but just FYI, it definitely was not a pleasant experience. And also the shady character knows both the fairy godmother and Madame Gede, and it disappoints me because I feel like they should have been awesome. Alright. Ending. As in the stories of old, Cinder's charms and wits helped her in getting the heart of the future king. Cinders became a fair and wise queen. Oh, and my dress is a different color, and instead of holding a dove, I'm holding a book. Known for her righteous judgment, sharp wits, and love for progress. She is loved by her people, and her strength and wisdom are exactly the support the young king needs to push forward with his reforms. Together, they are able to realize their plans of forming a constitution for the kingdom, starting a new era of prosperity in its history. While Cinders is the wife of the new king, and they rule together, What? Love never really sprouts between them? Focused on her role, she lives a lonely life among the crowds. There's no space for personal happiness in the existence of a queen. Cinders learned to respect Lady Carmosa and her talents, and she invites her to the court to become the queen's advisor. Carmosa gladly agrees and takes her position very seriously, quickly becoming a prominent figure in the court, securing Cinders' rule. Sophia and Gloria move to the palace with their mother. Even there, it's hard for them to put their differences aside. But eventually, the pace of court life and the diverted attention of their mother allows them to break free of their habits. They never become friends, but they are not enemies either. Sophia discovers love for writing and becomes an acclaimed author, while Gloria develops into a successful socialite. Their relationship with Cinders remains lukewarm but honest. What? Why don't you love me, Prince? I didn't court anyone else. Why don't you love me? I'm so upset right now. You are so annoying. I cannot even process this with you. Do you know how long I spent not being seduced by other people? Seriously, you have no respect for me, and I hate you. The end. Ridiculousness. And Carmosa was my person. I wanted Madame Gede to be my advisor, but whatever. That's one of the endings of many, I guess. Rude. Back in the day, I took the money that I got from my old friend Tobias and I went to the inn instead of giving it back to Carmosa. And I approached the guard and I was all like, "Hello, sir." And he was really impressed by me. At first I thought he hated me, but now look at this. And now I'm like, ooh, he's so intriguing. There he is sitting. And then he's actually coming towards me. And he remembers me. Shady character knows both the fairy godmother and Madame. And I'm surprised he recognized me. And actually, there was a change in the dialogue when he talks to the prince. He said there was a lady with a lot of fire in her eyes. And obviously, that was me. So I was just very excited about that. I would love to join him for a drink. You were thinking about me? Yes, you came to mind during a recent discussion I had with the prince. Oh, I'm flattered, I think. What are you talking about exactly? A candidate for a wife, of course. Surely you've heard about the king's last wish. Actually, I haven't. According to the king's final wish, the prince cannot be crowned until he's found a wife for himself. So coronation is being postponed, and every noble in the kingdom is trying to get some ladies for him. He's losing faith. I told him that the world still holds many bright and intelligent women, and you're living proof. And I've been kind of mean this playthrough, like, to everyone. I've been friends with Sophia. The drink is making me more direct than it's proper. Are you a lush? That's hilarious. Okay. That's kind of funny. I probably should apologize for bothering you when you wanted to be left alone. Wasn't a bother. I found the discussion very interesting. Listen, I know you asked about the prince last time. Are you still interested in learning more? Heck yeah, give me some lovin'! Hilariously enough, I make this evil face a lot more when I'm doing the evil playthrough, like the smirky face, all the time. Call me unconventional, but somehow I think watching the guards beat your precious secrets out of you would be quite fun. You and the guards have a long history of mutual love. Maybe I should get Carmosa and tell her you told me everything. Or both. He's like the little devil's back. You gonna do that, then watch me vanish like bad vapors from the Queen's Loo. I'm a fast runner. I'd have a place where people walk upside down. Always wanted to visit them. What? I'd expect you to be a runner. But I doubt even the fastest man could dodge the guards. I could play the role of innocent girl mugged by this lowlife whom everybody knows anyway. Fine, there is one thing. A real wee detail. I knew this remote would be worth a lot for the lady, you know? I know her and I know what she's like. So you did her work for her before. I might have given her a hand earlier, with the ball love, so she could get in. The goose and the ducklings weren't exactly invited. The lady asked me to help. It's required a bit of quality craftsmanship. I thought he forged invitations! Yeah, so he didn't do it, but he got a friend to do it. Reckon the old lady's a bit dim if she thought nobody noticed she'd get in with a fake invite. But that's how it goes, I guess. Oh my gosh. Well, I like that I can just, you know, freak people out with my evilness. She could actually be in deep trouble. Ooh, this is my chance. Man can only handle so many stressful events in one day, you realize. And then I am gonna go take this info to the bank. Oh yeah. I love my evilness. I don't know if it's just me or if she looks a little bit darker than before. So when she meets the prince during an evil playthrough, she says, "And not a second too early, Your Highness. Judging by the look on your face, I can tell you have found the ball to be a rather poor source of entertainment." Is that so, my lady? And what have you done? And what else have you observed on my face, if I may ask? I have noticed a flame of interest in your eyes when you saw me. I recognized it immediately, as I have seen it many times before. I see. And may I know where you have seen it? Why, in the eyes of other men, of course. Men who wanted something and who were driven to achieve it. That is a lot of information collected from a single gaze, my lady. Oh, I think he's turned on. Is it? I'm sure every single person here would agree that reading people's characters and motivations from the way they behave is an absolutely crucial skill. For example, take a look at that astonishingly stiff young woman over there. Would you say she is simply nervous or perhaps suffering from gastric problems? Or maybe, just maybe, she was coerced to do something against her will. Why is she clenching that tiny silk bag so tightly? Could it be that she is carrying something dangerous? Indeed, she does look pale and nervous. What if her scheming parents decided the ball is the perfect opportunity to have one of their rivals removed? And who would suspect such an innocent girl of carrying poison? Ooh, I didn't mean it, but I did. I wouldn't call the captain of the guard just yet. Wait one more minute and observe her closely. She's leaving, going towards the restroom. Ha! Gastric problems then! She must be keeping her medication in that ridiculous little bag. Nobody's sane would hide poison in something so visible anyway. Oh my gosh, I can totally see why he'd fall in love if he does fall in love this time. I'm impressed. You're not only very observant, but also persuasive. For a moment, you had me considering calling Perrault and having that girl searched. What I find most intriguing, however, is the fact that I can't decide if you wish to manipulate me into arresting her or not. My prince, I am shocked. Arresting the poor, ailing creature only to make this ball slightly more entertaining? Such an appalling thought. And also, you spelled appalling wrong, but that's okay. I was not your copy editor, so it's alright. The truth is, I prefer to keep my eyes open and pay attention to the details, especially since this is my first visit to the court. And yet you seem perfectly suited for this uninviting environment. Venom can be lethal, regardless of the size of the snake. It is the one who did not see it who should be blamed if the snake did bite. A ruthless, if effective, philosophy. Strange words coming from a future king. How will you reign, my prince, surrounded by poisonous creatures, without protection or a viper of your own? I must admit you are an intriguing woman, my lady. Very different from the rest of the people who came here today. They don't seem to be even slightly bothered by the masks they have to wear. I wonder if it's so because they wear them every single day as well. But you're different. You may be wearing a mask, but you speak to me plainly and honestly, risking being misunderstood or simply rejected. I can appreciate that, even if you did leave me a bit flabbergasted. He's totally into it! I know exactly what you mean, Your Highness. Being raised in a palace filled with deceit and spite, I learned very well the value of masks. When threatened, people will rather forget who they are than risk being hurt. And if their surroundings require it, why can't I speak? If their surroundings require it, they will lose themselves forever, only to survive. We are all slaves to convention, from a servant to a lord. I must admit I find the dictum terrifying, that all of us are merely actors. I think I've seen this before, this part. Being determined by things we can't control is frightening. I know it all too well. You talking about your family? Yes, we've seen this all before. So dance, monkeys, dance! Ooh, nice, I like it. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, he's so lucky to have met me tonight. Are we gonna steal a kiss now? Because I'm so evil and fabulous? I guess not. That's okay. I'll get over it. Although I look sad. I look so evil, I still love it. I mean, it's not quite the Cinders game that I would do for my first playthrough. Which I didn't, but it's still fun. It's just hard to replay because there's so many scenes. Do you know what I mean? Which is fine. I mean, you're definitely getting your money's worth. It's just kind of exhausting. Rah. Open up! It's the police! Yes! Cinders becomes a cold and ruthless queen, known for her lack of mercy and proficiency at court politics and intrigue. Look at me! I have stuck pins in the globe. I look so intense. Look at that dress. It matches my hair fabulously. She quickly overshadows her more idealistic husband, marginalizing his role and taking most power for herself, changing the kingdom to an autocracy. An autocracy, sorry. While the dungeons are full of her political enemies, her way of ruling proves to be very effective, and she comes down in history as the starter of the new golden age. Why don't you ever love me? Why? Oh, you're so annoying. But whatever. Taught by past events, Cinders trusts Madame Guide's judgment more than anyone else's and invites her to the court to become the queen's advisor. The witch reluctantly accepts her offer, and while she never feels quite at home in the palace, her no-nonsense approach helps the new queen in securing her role. The court life fully absorbs the young queen, and she loses contact with her old family. Lady Carmosa and her daughters never visit the palace. From what Cinders has heard, the situation in the household turns for the worse. Yes! And then so I'm not friends with anyone. That totally stinks, though. I definitely thought I was going to seduce the prince this time. That's just... In the perfect world, I'm so happy. Not actually happy. In my evil playthrough, if I chose to retake the residence, she's like, Madame Guide, actually, I know she forged the invitations. And I tell Perrault, and he's all like, why would you want to arrest your family? And I'm like, because they're a jerk. And then he comes to arrest her. And I'm so happy. Now, let's see if she actually gets arrested. I took the time to double check your invitations. There is no doubt that the invitations were forged. You've jeopardized the palace's security and in order to forgery of a royal document. You are guilty. But how did you know where to look? Who told you to check our invitations? You might want to say it yourself, Cinders. What? Yes, it was me. So you're just like her? I was stupid to believe otherwise, even for a second. How could you? I'm sorry for not wanting to be a slave anymore. Did you think I'd blindly follow orders, that I wouldn't ever try to break free? Did you think you could hide your secrets from me forever? Yes, I also know about Father's will, the one you hid from me in your study. What is this family made of? Mother, say something. Have you nothing to say? Silence, child. Speaking can only make things worse now. That's wise of you, so let me explain things to them. Upon Carmosa's arrest or any other inability to supervise the household, I am to take the residence as my own. Please, Cinders, don't do it. Please, Captain, prevent this tragedy. I'm sorry, it is tragic. It shouldn't go down like this. Even if I am disgusted by betrayal and by the betrayal and secrets that govern this establishment, my hands are bound by the law. Oh, this is funny. Oh my gosh. Oh, she'll take all the blame. If the witness does not withdraw her accusations, I'll need to take you away. Cinders, don't you think the point has been proven? You've established that you're the biggest monster, as required to succeed in this family. Cinders, please. I don't know what to do. I want to do both. Let him take her. I'll humiliate her for now, and then I'll let him take her. That actually depends on Carmosa. Don't you think you should retire and rethink your ways? Oh my gosh, I'm so evil. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Mother, say something. Mother? The only choices you have is whether or not you'll step down gracefully or if you'll sacrifice the household by denying your crimes. Justice must be served. There is no other way. That's really not much of a choice. Fine, I'll turn over rule of the house to you, but if you think I can change my mind at any time, you should remember that. Captain, we won't need your services after all. Sorry to have bothered you. Not at all. Nothing will make me happier than leaving this house and its disgusting little games. Oh, that's funny. Oh, gosh, that's fantastic. I think we're all aware what ambition and reason deprived of feelings did to us. It's high time we changed our ways and began to cooperate, leading the house efficiently as a group of people close to each other, not enemies. How could you do that? And how can you say that now? I know, especially I almost had them arrested. As far as I'm concerned, all sins are resolved and we can start over. Carmosa was ruthless and wanted us to become ruthless as well. She saw no other way. But I'm sure there is a way. It's not too late for us yet. She didn't manage to complete us completely. Oh my gosh, she thinks we can become a family? Oh my gosh, what is happening? That was intense. I liked that ending too. That variant was awesome. I wonder what happens if I actually have her arrested. I'm sure the household will fall into ruin. Ooh, and even the shady character thinks I'm a schemer. She's becoming more like her stepmother each day. Hope you'll stick around to help the victim she'll make as well. We got Snake. That's awesome. I love how evil I am in that. It was hilarious. Cinders finally manages to drastically change her life and retakes the house from Lady Carmosa. She starts a new era for herself and her family. Thanks to the discovery of the invitation forgery, Cinders is able to remove Carmosa from her position and take the rule of the house in her own hands. Broken, Carmosa steps down and soon becomes a docile, senile old lady, a shadow of her former self. That's so sad. Oh my gosh, look at me, I'm fabulous in my fiery redness. Cinders continues her stepmother's tradition of running her noble house with an iron hand. She leverages the impression she's made during the grand ball to put up her family back at the map for the most influential noble houses in the kingdom. Her family gains importance and wealth through careful rule and manipulation, quickly becoming a major force to be reckoned with. Unfortunately, so nobody is friends with me. They try to undermine me. Oh, I'm forced into a common sense marriage with an heir of another noble house. Boo! That was disappointing. But really fun! I would totally do that again. Yes, I know, I have a new ending. Thank you. Did I do something terrible enough to unlock the achievement? Huh? No, I didn't. We'll keep working on that. No worries. That'll be it for now. I hope you've enjoyed and stay sweet. Bye!